What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing a Scareclaw Tri-Brigade deck. To be honest, I was thinking about trying to do like a pure Scareclaw build, but well, sure, you can get a few negates off of it, like an Apollosa and maybe a hand trap or two to back it up. That was really kind of all. Plus, the mixing the Tri-Brigades in kind of just makes it a lot more fun, and it works a lot better. But let me know if you want me to do a pure one, because if you want me to do a pure one, I'll do a pure one. But let me know comments on that, and without further ado, let's get right to the video. First, I run 3 Scareclaw or Reichardt. I don't know how to pronounce it. But either ways, you can special summon this card from your hand to your main monster zone, where a Scareclaw monster you control is in its column or adjacent. So this is a thing with all the Scareclaws. They can summon themselves to be in the same zone as another Scareclaw monster or adjacent. So if you have at least one Scareclaw on the field, you can pretty much always special summon them from the hand, which is really cool. And it definitely helps with getting them out onto the field, which then can also help fuel the Tri-Brigade stuff. And when Reichardt is summoned, you can add 1 Scareclaw spell trap from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good because we got the Scareclaw Arrival, which is a monster born for Scareclaw, as well as the field spell. I also run 2 Astra, 2 Balone, and 2 Acro. Like Reichardt, all of them have the effect to special summon themselves from the hand, and each of them have different effects that work with the Link monster to where like they'll do piercing, or they can attack up to a different time depending on how many defense positions Scareclaw monsters you have on the field. You don't really use it for the secondary effects because while it makes it possible to potentially OTK, I tried the OTK route and it just didn't really impress me too much, unfortunately. And so I more or less just use them as monsters that can special summon themselves to the field, and you can also make rank 3s with this as well. Now for the Tri-Brigades, I run 3 Fractal, 2 Nerval, 1 Kit, and 1 Karis. Now if you don't know what the Tri-Brigades do, is they all have the effects to where you can banish any number of beasts, winged beast, or beast warrior monsters from your graveyard, then special summon from your extra deck a link monster whose link rating equals the number of beasts, beast warrior, winged beasts banished. Fractal can send itself from the hand to Foolish a Tri-Brigade monster. When Kit is sent, it can Foolish another Tri-Brigade. Nerval, when it is sent, it can add 1, and Karis can discard 1 other beast, warrior, winged beast from hand to special summon itself from the hand. So definitely a very powerful deck. Now, originally I had 3 Nerval, but I cut 1 copy down for Fire Formation Tenki. I also run 3 Rescue Cat. Unfortunately, I only have 2, but definitely run at 3. Rescue Cat works really well in this deck, considering the 3 level 3 Scareclaw monsters are all beasts, so they work perfectly well with Rescue Cat, like Kit and Karis. Usually what I do, I'd send the cat for Kit and one of the other Scareclaw monsters, depending on which ones I have in hand. On to hand traps. I run 3 Droll Lockbird, 3 DD Crow, and 1 Effect Veiler. I run a few hand traps, not like a huge amount, but I'd definitely say like those are probably the best hand traps you could be running. Moving on to spells, I run 3 Primitive Planet Reichphobia. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Scareclaw monster or 1 Feast of Starfrost from your deck to your hand. And as an additional effect too, if 3 or more defense position monster on the field, you target 1 card your opponent's control, destroy it. You don't really use it for that effect, you mainly use it for the search effect. Now, I was playing Feast of Starfrost in at first, but it just came down to it. I'd much rather search the Reichardt or any of the other Scareclaw monsters because you just can get more advantage. If you go for a Reichardt, you can get a Scareclaw Arrival, which is the monster born, or you can get one of the level 3 Scareclaws to special summon itself and make a rank 3. Which, thanks to Power of the Elements, we actually got a pretty good rank 3 now. Also on the 2 Arrival, it's monster born for Scareclaws. I run 1 Fire Formation Tenki. Yes, I know you can run 2, but to be honest, I was even a little hesitant to put the first one in because, to be honest, it didn't really come up much to where I really needed it. Sure, having Fractal is nice, but you can build the grave up pretty easily, thanks to the fact that Scareclaws, they can just special summon themselves so they can just keep linking away, and it's easy to kind of fill the grave. So if you want to, like me, take out another Effect Veiler for a second Tenki, that's an option. You can go either way on that. Also run the 1 Reinforcement of the Army. For some reason, the Reichardt is a warrior. Doesn't make much sense when the rest of the archetype is Beast and Beast Warrior. So, but you know, works with Rhoda. so that's good. I run 2 Pot of Desires. You know, definitely want that draw power. Moving on to traps. 3 Iron Perm, always good to have. The 1 Scareclaw Slash. Splash. Once per turn, you can target a face-up Scareclaw monster or piece of Starfish you control. You can attack while in face-up defense position. And it also has an additional effect to where you can send this face-up card to the graveyard to negate a monster's effects. And that's if you have a Scareclaw monster on the field. Which sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So I really only want that 1. You can search off the right card. So it's not really like the card you're going to be going for the most, but if you can get it, it's definitely a good card to have because it's a negate. I also run 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. We went on to the X deck. I run 2 Scareclaw Lightheart. Lightheart is cool because it's a link 1, and if this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Primitive Planet Phobia from your deck to your hand. So it literally searches the field spell out, which is definitely really cool. I also run 2 Scareclaw Tri-Heart. Tri-Heart is... it's really kind of hard to tell. There's some situations where it can be pretty good, but I run it more for that. It's an into archetype card, and you can get it off of the Tri-Brigades. It has a really cool effect to where you can target 1 level 3 Scareclaw monster in the graveyard, special summon, and if you do, add 1 Scareclaw monster from your deck to your hand. Although the one downside is you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Scareclaw monsters. I really don't like that part, considering these are the only 2 actually Scareclaw monsters, so what are you going to do? Is it just going to sit there on the field? And so more or less, that's not the greatest effect, but you can come up with an IP Masquerena. So this definitely came up more in a pure variant of Scareclaw. You know, go into the IP Masquerena, then use the effect of Scareclaw, and then on the opponent's turn, you can Masquerena into a Apollosa. Also run 2 Tri-Brigade Parrot, Baron Blossom. Special summon the level 4 Winged Moon Beast Beast Warrior from your hand. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 and place 1 on the bottom of the deck. Also run the 1 Bear Brum, the Rampant Rampager. Discard 2 cards, target 1 of your banished level 4 or lower Beast Warrior Winged Beast monsters. Special summon it. Pretty cool effect, but you more or less use it for the secondary effect. To when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tri-Brigade Revolt from your deck to your hand, and then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. So it makes the Revolt searchable. I also run 1 Omen. Whenever a Beast Warrior Winged Beast is summoned to a zone this card points to, including itself, you can banish 1 card on the field. I also run the 1 Fujinki Asahima, 1 Firefighting Darumidal. Those can be replaced by something like Ancient Warriors, Double Dragon Lords, or more. If you want to run a different Beast Warrior Winged Beast. Also run the 1 Apollosa, the 1 access code to help finish the games out. I also run 1 Ashura King. I remember someone saying that this card was trash. How is it a trash card? It's a good card, actually. Sure, level 3s aren't really the most popular in the game right now. The only level 3 deck that's even remotely popular, I'd say, is probably Phantom Knights and Burning Abyss. But Ashura King is really good. Essentially, not only can it attack up to the number of materials it has, when another monster effect is activated, quick effect, detach a material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So it's also a negate. And a Zeus, because, you know, it's always good to have a Zeus for backup. That's it for my Scareclaw thing. I always think of Scareclaw. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.